What's going on, everybody? I'm Aaron.
I'm Katie.
And today for Thrifty Thursday, we're making ourselves some Navis in a jar. So, Navi is the fairy from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I think Majora's Mask as well. I can't remember if she was in that one as well.
And she's in the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, and she's kind of a hidden character in Breath of the Wild. So, I'm a big LoZ fan. Katie's a big LoZ fan. So, we figured we would make our own little Navi in a jar. Saw this on a couple of websites like Etsy, Pinterest, and all that, and I was like, you know, I really want to try this out. So, anyway, the first thing you'll need is a little styrofoam ball. Now, you want one that's going to fit your jar, and we've got a mason jar here. So, you look here and it fits perfectly kind of in the center of it. You want to make sure it's going to fit perfectly. Now, you had the idea of putting two in there at one time, but it's not really going to work because of the size of the jar versus the size of the ball. You want to get some paint, which we're going to be using like glow-in-the-dark paints and metallic paints.
And with the colors that we chose, he's going to do the traditional Navi. I'm going to work on Saria's from Ocarina of Time.
Yeah. So some paintbrushes definitely. And to give it a little blast, we're going to give it a little, you know, a little blast of glitter paint.
I'm in charge of glitter.
Yeah, Katie has now become our official glitter lead. So anyway, now that you've seen everything we've got, oh yeah, and we'll also need this and a hot glue gun. And the reason why we're using this filament here, or this, not filament, but this bead wire, is because you can actually use it to dangle your Navi into place. So with all that being said, Katie, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so our first step we want to do is go ahead and get our paint open. Yeah, because we totally forgot to do that offset, so oops. And then you want to just put down just enough to really coat whatever you're going to, whatever you're making here. So I put down the wrong one first, of course, because I'm going with a traditional one, so it's going to be kind of a green color. I mean, I know Navi's blue, but like, for some people that had crappy TVs back in the day, mine was kind of I always end up seeing her more as a green color. That, now, I'm kind of going to have that glow-in-the-dark effect for mine, so. Yeah. If I can get, oh, come on now. You know what? There. That should be good for everything.
I'm going to wait to put my other one out until it's time to do the wings, that way it doesn't dry out.
Yeah, I totally didn't think about that, but anyway. So your first step you want to do is you want to just coat your styrofoam ball here with a couple of coats of paint. Just evenly coat it, that way it kind of matches through and looks exactly, it colors it. So I'm going with a glow-in-the-dark green because mine, each one of these is going to glow in the dark in some way. I don't know if you're doing glow in the dark for yours, Katie, yes. Or if so yours is glow in the dark as well?
Yes.
Alright, and this is just simple acrylic paint, I think. Isn't this acrylic? Yeah, this is acrylic paint. Acrylic paint is like every hobbyist and every, cosplayer, I mean almost everybody I've talked to and that gets involved with this kind of stuff loves the way acrylic paint works because it just evenly coats, Of course, you're going to end up getting your hands dirty, so just don't leave any fingerprints in your in your Navi.
That way should definitely be yours.
Yeah. Alright, so there's mine. And I'll grab a paper towel real quick. Oh. Oh, wow, that comes off really easy. I see why people love acrylic paint so much. Alright, and once Katie finishes painting, when we come back, we'll be doing the wings next. Okay, so our next step here is to cut out our wings. So what I'm using here is basically card sleeves. They're cheap, easy to get, like $3 I think for a pack. And we've got a template that Katie has made of just simple fairy wings. So what you want to do is you want to cut out the card sleeve first. Here's your scissors underneath all the paint brushes. And so once you get that cut out, I'd go ahead and cut out 2 of the sleeves just so you have enough. Here you go. Or just, you know, yeah, there you go. Here you go, Katie, let me help you out there. It's bunching up, so there we go. Alright, and after that, here. Okay, so I'll hold that while you cut. That makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Right, so there we go. Now, what you need to do, I guess, is cut along your design there.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to let her cut these, and then when we come back, we'll have the wings finished. Okay, so the first, you know, you want to paint your wings. I've already got mine painted, so Katie's going to show you exactly what we're doing here. So Katie, lead the way there.
Okay, so you know you got to get your paint on the plate, and get your brush, and just start painting the little cardstock, whatever we're using. Forgot what they're called.
Card sleeves.
And just try to paint it. If you're using this type of material, it's good to just paint one side, because if you paint both, then it'll just be a cloudy look instead of translucent.
So a good example here is I painted mine on one side. It may have got paint on both, but when you pick them up and you can actually still look through them a little bit, it gives away that, oh, I got 2 sticking together, there we go. It kind of gives it that feel like it's an actual, you know, insect wing. You can kind of still see my fingers through it. And that's the look we're going for. I used a metallic paint just to kind of give it that metallic look. Katie's going to use the, are you using the glow in the dark there, or are you using just the light paint?
I'm using a satin finish.
Okay, so yours is more of a satin finish. That looks like a Melanie Martinez wing. Alright, there we go. Alright, Katie, if you'll explain the next part that you're doing here.
Letting you open the thing.
Good God. There.
We are going to spray some glitter finish, or blast, onto the wings and the ball to give it that ultimate fairy.
Oh my God.
Wonderful.
It's not funny, but at the same time, it kind of is, because they just went all over the place. I guess you can just dip them in it. Yep.
These things get off.
Here. That was perfect. At least we know they work. Oh, so it's kind of a clear finish.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a bunch of glitter, which you can see on my thumb.
Yeah. Katie's all glittery now. She's a vampire. Everybody, watch out!
Oh God.
Okay, so now we've got everything dried off. Now is our next step here. We've taken the liberty of taking some beading string here, and this is just string you can buy in any like beading section of your like craft section. Sorry, but anyway. So what Katie's gonna do is she's gonna, yeah, I'll hold it up. I probably need to cut mine.
You will.
Yeah, we've already tested out. Here, the styrofoam popping.
Doesn't help. There's also bubbles coming in here.
Yeah. So what we're doing here is we've already pre-drilled a hole using a dart tip to go into the styrofoam ball, and this will just help it hang on the jar.
Let that sit.
All right, so we're gonna let that sit, and while you let that sit, Katie, I'm gonna go ahead and cut mine to length. So, wasn't it about right there that we went? Maybe a little bit further.
Yeah.
And you can fix it. We can fix it along and along. So,
start getting your wings ready.
Yep. So next step here is you take the wings that are perfectly dry and see-through, and
I'm gonna do like an X.
Yeah.
To make it easier.
Whoa. It's actually bubbling on the styrofoam. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, because it didn't bubble on yours. I mean, mine.
Yeah. Probably because it's still a little hot, so. That's a little crazy. There's your press. So what we're using is our dart tip to press and hold the wing in place. And here, I'm gonna turn this a little bit so it can so they can see what you're doing there, Katie.
I'll get the strings off when you're finished.
Yeah. So you're gonna get the glue strings on there, but we can clean that up. That's pretty much, you know, post glue cleanup. Yeah.
And then some glue on top of those to secure it.
Yeah, so as Katie was saying, she basically just glued a little more on top to kind of secure all 4 wings into place, because you don't want this to, you know, if it's going to be in a jar, it may pick up moisture and all that fun stuff, which usually they won't, but down here in the south where humidity is king, it does kind of take over. So, alright Katie, if you want to get a close-up of that real quick. So there we go, there's our little fairy right there. So next step you want to do is take your mason jar here, and you want to take the lid off, and basically you want to take that piece of beading twine and you want to glue it kind of right here dead center. So, did I cut it way too short?
We'll work with it. You got enough room.
Yeah.
Be careful not to glue your finger.
It does not feel good. And you want to start by gluing it in and just gently slide it a little bit further inward, like that, and that should hold it in place. It looks like,
it dry.
And let it dry. So probably about within a couple of minutes we should have a dried lid, and when we come back we'll show you the final product. Okay, so now we've finished our wonderful little navies in a jar, and I'll show off mine. Come on, it'll take it a while to focus, of course. There we go, it's starting to. And you can see in detail that it's floating around in there. And one of the cool things is these are glow in the dark. So Katie, show off yours. And one of the cool things here, since Katie's is now focused in, is I'll put the light there, and as you can see, we got a little bit of light there. But I'm gonna kill the lights real quick
And see if it really glows in the dark.
So let's gotta get one more light here. And yeah, they do glow in the dark. You can barely see us. We got a little bit of ambient light from the window, but as you can see, it is glowing in the dark. So that's pretty cool. Now cover it up, and yeah, you can. It actually does glow in the dark. Now I'm gonna turn on the light real quick. All right. Eyes adjusted. So you can decorate your jar any way you can. Katie, for instance, painted her lid and put one of the heart stickers on there. Now we like the heart sticker because in earlier Legends of Zelda games, the fairy represented the way to get extra life. So anyway, that was a pretty cool project. Didn't you like that one, Katie?
I did, a lot.
Yeah. So, like I said, you can find the instructions for this on Pinterest or watch our video to see how we did it. And anyway, thanks for watching. You can leave a comment below and let us know what you thought of this project and what we should do next for Thrifty Thursday. But make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And anyway, we'll see you in the next video.